I'm so excited to talk to you about this very important topic around organic social media because I get feedback all the time that it doesn't do anything for me, or I spend so much time on it. I don't know if it works or not. But today I'm going to be really exposing my organic social media strategy that I know has made me tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because I don't believe that your organic social marketing strategy needs to be complex. It doesn't have to be difficult. It just has to produce results, right? It has to make it worth all that work. And so today, over the years, I've really found a strategy that works for us and works for our clients. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 social media rules to follow. And I promise you, if you start doing and following these 3 rules, your social media is going to generate results for you. It really is that simple. Even with all the up and coming algorithm changes that are going to happen now, in the near future, in years to come, you really just have to stick to these 3 simple rules that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So, first and foremost, success isn't merely about follower counts, okay? If you look at my organic social media, I do not have 10,000 plus followers. But I do have thousands of followers. I think I'm just shy of 5,000, I think. And I've worked really hard to get those 5,000 followers. And what I'm most proud of is those followers, minus a few family and friends, are my exact target audience that will one day buy from me or have bought from me. And that's who you should really care about, that is consuming your content, that is engaging with you, not vanity metrics at the end of the day. So you first need to get real clear on what success looks like when it comes to organic social media, because I would rather have 100 of my ideal clients that will actually buy from me one day, that will actually use the content and value that I give to them, than have 1,000 or 100,000 people that are just watching me. Okay. And so some of those watching people, some of those creepers that find in my DMs, right? Or some of the other industries that, try to apply my aesthetic and wellness business strategies to their niche, that's all fine and dandy, right? But what I really care about in measuring success is the people that are engaging in my organic content are people that actually can one day benefit and buy from me. Okay. So social media isn't just a platform for popularity, which I know sometimes it feels that way. It really is a tool that should drive your leads and ultimately drive revenue. So guys, don't get caught up in vanity metrics. Okay. So in fact, I'm going to say something that is probably controversial for some. And that is that I don't think entertainment content makes you money. Now, I will even tell you that my team challenges me on this quite regularly, that, I'm boring, or that I give too much education and they want to see me sexy, or they want to see me with my kids. They want me to, be funny, to show my lifestyle, right? And I do a little bit, but by and large, you see me giving education and content to the people that I want to serve, to the people that are growth minded, to the people that are really interested in creating the business and the lifestyle of their dreams. And that's who I want to serve. That's who I want to attract. And if it doesn't resonate with those other people, they're not my people anyway. So I'm okay with having a little smaller audience and not hundreds, tens of hundreds of thousands of people that I'm not trying to serve anyway, right? So, and I know this to be so true, right? And the reason why I know what I said is true is because at Diamond Accelerator, organic social media is our second most effective channel for acquiring new business. And and really, to me, that's what success looks like is real revenue, real growth, real clients in the door. And it's really simple. And I'm going to get in that today. So you may be wondering, okay, well, what's the most effective channel? And our most effective channel is paid ads. But I also can tell you with 100% confidence that my organic social media makes my paid ads work that much better. And I know this because we have tracking pixels, and because when I'm on strategy sessions and sales calls, I get specific feedback that I hear on those calls every single day. Sometimes people will watch my content for weeks, for months, even sometimes years. Like I have people that started engaging in my content or watching my content back when COVID first happened, that are just now starting to comment, that are just now starting to schedule strategy sessions and even do business with Diamond Accelerator. So, all that to say is that organic social media can actually really generate you money with the right strategy and following some simple rules that I'm going to share with you. And it's also going to make your paid ads work that much better. So let's break down what those three simple rules are. And I know you're going to challenge me like, oh, that's a no-brainer and whatnot, but I'm telling you, these work if you are willing to do them, right? And so that's the big key. That's the big differentiator is this most people aren't willing to do them. All right, so let's dive in. So if you are following my rules, I'm going to share with you, and you probably get feedback in the consultation room, maybe even while you're at the grocery store, right? Which means that you're doing these three things. Number one, you are showing up consistently. So many people think, I posted every day for a week, I posted every day for a month or a quarter or even a year. And they're like, why am I not getting just appointments running at me, revenue going like crazy, right? And it just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't, right? In this ever changing landscape of social media and algorithms, you have to post regularly, right? Because it is a long game when it comes to organic social media. So just like SEO is a long game, so is organic social media, but it's going to complement and make your paid ads work that so much better, because on your paid ads, you can't, post before and after pictures. You can't share, stories of success and beliefs around your patients, right? It doesn't work that way. But it is going to make those offers at a price or a promo work that much better when they are complementing your paid ad strategy. So you've got to show up consistently. So when I look at my organic social media, it really, and you can talk to my team. For years, I didn't invest in my own organic social media or brand. I just worked on my clients. And then it was probably during COVID, right, when we didn't have much to do, that I really got hyper focused on creating content for my own brand and really committed to showing up consistently, even when no one was watching, even when my mom was the only one commenting and giving me likes and hearts. And I have showed up every single week, if not day, since COVID. So what is that? What are we, like 3 or 4 years now? I don't even know how long it's been. But that's what it takes when it comes to consistency. It is about the long game. And you aren't really, it's going to feel like overnight success for other people. But for you, you're going to realize, like, no, I really had to show up when no one else was really commenting or reading or watching or engaging. Right. And for others, it's like, oh my gosh, you have all these followers. Oh my gosh, you're getting all this business from your organic social media. Oh my gosh, you're such an authority in the marketplace. But you're going to know that it actually took work and fine tuning in your messaging of what you were giving to your audience and who you really wanted to serve. All right. So, speaking of that, the second thing, you have to know your audience inside and out, right? Which first is required of you deciding who it is that you want to serve. It's not about just attracting any followers. Guys, if you are trying to play the game of just getting as many likes and followers as you possibly can, sure, that's one way you could do it, but it's not going to drive patience and revenue at the end of the day. So I don't believe that that is going to get you ultimately what you are after. So you need to make sure that your content really resonates with who ultimately you are trying to serve, right? So if you are, trying to serve a younger audience that really isn't about, quality, safety, results, investing in, really their anti-aging or wellness and feeling good on the inside and out, then get on there and shake your tail feather and show your Louis bag and all those things, right? And I'm not saying that there's not a time and a place to do a little bit of that, but by far and away, when I see our clients that are having the most success on organic social media, they really understand who they're trying to serve, and they share their beliefs and their success stories that they've had with their patients around those beliefs. And that makes their paid ads work that much better. That drives people to their website and to their Google reviews to learn more about them. That drives people to pick up the phone and schedule appointments with them. Because, guys, all views and clicks and likes are not created equal. And I strongly believe that. So for me personally, I like educational content. I like people and who want to educate themselves, are really growth minded, right? And you can't get caught up in just comments and engagement, right? Because if you look at my feed, when I posted something about my personal life, I get way more likes and comments at the end of the day. But those personal posts don't drive sales appointments. They don't drive new patients for me or clients for me. Okay. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of that in, but by and large, I'm really going to focus on educating and serving my audience, which is to grow aesthetic and wellness practices so that they can create the business and lifestyle of their dreams. Okay. So that's my challenge to you, is get really clear on who it is that you want to serve and go all in educating those patients. So we have a client, Brenna at Treasure Valley Aesthetics and Wellness, and she is really passionate about helping women with their hormones, right? And weight loss. And those really go hand in hand. And then once you're feeling good on the inside, then you're ready to look good on the outside. And she's really mastered that messaging and who it is that she wants to attract and serve at her practice. And I can't tell you how much better her marketing is working for her, because she got really clear with that. And she shows up really consistently, sharing those beliefs, sharing those success stories. And it's grown her practice exponentially. All right. So the last thing is that you want to just, most importantly, is to genuinely help people. If you keep that first and foremost in your messaging when it comes to organic social media, about actually serving and helping your audience and kind of not getting caught up and the vanity metrics, right? And the lifestyle, showcasing all of that stuff, and just really get all about serving your audience, right? Not self promotion, but really building genuine connections, providing value, and prioritizing that. You will create a loyal community that really advocates for your brand at the end of the day. And those really are three very simple rules, but can be challenging to implement, follow, and stick to long term. I get it. I know, because it wasn't overnight success for me, right? But I can tell you that consistency, knowing your audience, and genuinely wanting to help that audience is going to make you win at the end of the day. But get real clear first on what success should look like, which again should be results at the end of the day, not vanity metrics, and follow those three simple rules. Make them the cornerstone of your organic social media strategy, and it's going to drive consistent growth and success. I promise you, regardless of the algorithm changes. So if you're looking to elevate your social media, make sure that you follow these simple yet very, very powerful principles. So I'm going to open up the floor for some questions before I wrap up here. Okay, got some questions. How did you get your target audience to follow you on Instagram? Okay, so first let's go back to figuring out first who was that target audience that I wanted to serve, and then start creating content that that audience actually cared about, and then go out and find where that audience hangs out, right? And so you really have to think about those two things, and not just like flippantly just post it, basically, right? Get strategic with your content and figure out where your audience is hanging out in your local community. What kind of value can I give my audience as a med spa? Oh my gosh, you can give so much value to your audience at a med spa. Let's first look at what problems that you are most passionate about solving, right? What type of client or patient or woman are you trying to serve, and what is she really interested in? Right. So is that, feeling good on the inside, helping them with medical weight loss or hormones, right? So that, I think a lot about patients on the HRT side, right? Maybe they haven't been intimate with their partner for a while, right? And how that affects their life. Or maybe it's body contouring or medical weight loss, and how, a mom has sat on the side of a pool for years because she didn't feel comfortable getting in a swimsuit or having her picture taken, right? Or, maybe it's, reversing the clock, right? Or aging naturally, or aging with grace, but having natural results, right? With, biostimulators, and not looking fake or overdone. And educating people on how that's possible, right? Because they might have the mindset that, oh, I don't want Botox or fillers because I'm going to look scary, right? So there's so much value in education that you can provide to your med spa clients that is going to give them, maybe it's just permission to take care of themselves, right? How many women put their families first and don't give themselves either the time or the money to take care of themselves, and the impact that ultimately has on them and their family? So maybe that's the education and value that you have to get, right? So you have to figure out who it is that you want to serve. What problems do you solve the most or the best, right? And then begin to educate around that and share success stories around that. Okay, another question is, what's the right balance of dancing on Instagram and giving value? So, this really is a question that you have to answer for yourself. In fact, I would say, because I follow some of those dancers, on Instagram. And I have to tell you that I feel like even those dancers that, really skyrocketed some of their following, has really shifted their focus in providing much more educational content and authority building content. And I see them starting to move away a little bit from dancing. So I can't answer that for you, but Gary Vanderchuck, he is famous for saying jab, jab, right hook. And so, I think sprinkling in a couple personal or trending type things a month is great. And maybe it's one a week, maybe it's two a week. I don't know. You have to figure that out for yourself. But for me, I think more than a couple times a month, and I'm good right there. Okay. If works, if you're willing to do the work. No. Oh yeah. Thanks, Jean. Yes, I agree. It works. And if you're willing to show up consistently, know your audience, and speak their language. Absolutely. Hey, Mary, thanks for joining us here. Aesthetic Nurse Jess, thanks for joining us. Summer, hi, Summer. Antonio, thanks for joining. All right, guys. One last question here before we bounce off. How effective are hashtags or are trending sounds more helpful? Ooh, this might be a better question for, I'm much more of a content creator where my team is definitely following the metrics so much closer. But from what I do know is that I would say that trending music and sounds is powerful for you to get more eyeballs on your content. I do think that trending music and reels are getting you more eyeballs right now. But again, I believe that that is a tactic to grow for eyeballs, right? And that's a good thing to sprinkle in, so that when you have your real meat content that you want people to see and engage in, that's ultimately going to get you business, that your audience is bigger. Okay. But they're both, as Juliana, our organic social media strategist, is sharing, they're both necessary, right? To have in place, and you don't want to forget them, for sure. Both are absolutely necessary. So thanks, Juliana, for chiming in on that. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you enjoyed this training. Don't give up on organic social media. Be willing to do the work, because it will pay you in dividends. Show up consistently. Know your audience inside and out, what their pain points are, what their dreams are, what their desires are, and just be really invested and genuine in providing value to them. And I promise you, it will make a huge impact in number of patients and revenue per year at the end of the day. So if you like this training, be sure to share it with your team or another med spa that could benefit. You can catch the replay on my YouTube channel, and to get access to more free trainings to help your med spa grow, be sure to visit our link tree and my social bio, and join me live every single Wednesday, 2:30 Central Time, same place. Find me on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and LinkedIn. Thanks so much, guys. Have an awesome day.